Hey. So I've been thinking about what does it mean for artists to use their creativity to make a commentary on our society that we live in today. Behind me, Supreme Court building, there's been a lot of protests. It's just history, right? And I know that art has been something that has united nations, united the world, and also art has been used to divide us in a lot of different ways. I'm thinking about the Super Bowl performances that took place over the years and what the symbolism within the performances have been. And so the broader question that I'm trying to talk about in this video is, how can art be used? Go back. How can modern art be used to provide commentary in our society? But most importantly, how can art be used bigger than just entertainment? And this is what we had witnessed. Whoever watched the Super Bowl, I didn't watch it, but I saw the Super Bowl performance a day after the actual performance. And I think that what Kendrick Lamar did on Sunday really just took hold of, I think he reclaimed what hip hop rap means and should be meaning to the world. People were criticizing his performance, saying that it was boring, that it wasn't entertaining. I actually really enjoyed his performance. I think that people don't realize that when you are watching a Super Bowl performance or a live broadcast performance, a lot of those performances aren't really meant for people that are attending the live event. It's actually more meant for the audience that are tuning in from the TV screen. And this is where I think that there's such an importance of understanding your audience as a performer, as an artist, and that being able to identify the key messages that you want to tell the world as they're watching your message. And so this is one of the things that I want to talk about, is that when art is confused for entertainment, people are not able to connect with it because they want to be entertained. They don't want to be educated. I don't know if the word education is the right thing. Maybe the word should be provided intuition into the commentary of what's happening in our time and society today. Let me go back a little bit. I think people want to be entertained and not reminded of the struggle or the hardship that comes with living the times that we are in right now. And so people label it as protest. And so there is a beauty of using your art as a form of protest and not as a form of just entertainment. And can you do both? I think you can. I think you definitely can. And I think what Kendrick Lamar showed us on Sunday is that there needs to be more of that. There needs to be more of creative art forms that talk about not only the issues that we're dealing with as society, but most importantly is that you're spreading your message of what is it you want society to know. What is it that you want to tell society about yourself or the world or the leaders that are watching this entertainment, big live performances? The question that I've been dealing with lately is, can entertainment be entertainment, but also creatively enhancing, creatively vibrant, creatively provoking strong conversations and narratives that push our society forward? And I think for the last, 50 years or so, is that entertainment has changed. And it's gotten hijacked by people controlling it, people wanting to have our minds be brainwashed by the things that don't really matter, right? I think that in the entertainment business, they would rather have us focus on the dancing and the partying and the drinking and the small dramas instead of actually having us focus on the core issues of what's actually going to move our society and communities forward. I want to talk about the Kendrick and Lamar beef. Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef, that is. And why I think this has been a pivotal time in our society, especially when it comes to the hip hop and rap world. For the longest time, rock was considered the thing. If you had a rock band, if you had a rock band, the rock genre took over the world. And if you were into a rock band, you were considered a superstar, a rock superstar. And then hip hop came along, and hip hop just kind of took over the world by a storm. Hip hop, rap showed the music industry that you can make money from telling stories of hardship, telling stories of the black stories, that is, that the music industry can actually make money by having people within the black community tell their own story using poetry. Poetry layered with amazing beats and samples and rhythm. And so hip hop took over the world by storm. And now hip hop is this amazing billion-dollar industry that has gotten people from the hood, outside the hood, to living luxuriously, living lavishly and luxuriously. And the avenues where people have actually gained wealth and created generational wealth has changed because hip-hop created that avenue for them. And I want to say about 10 years ago, the big conversation that's been going on is hip-hop in decline? Is hip-hop going to end up like rock and roll, to go back underground? And hip-hop rap has shown that it's not going anywhere, but it's continuing to increase in success and keep on getting more viewers, getting more audience, and getting more storytellers from all over the world, and using the art form of rap, not only in English, but in different languages to communicate people's messages. And now hip-hop rap has different strings and stems. I want to call stems. I'm not going to say stems, but hip-hop rap has different genres within the actual hip-hop rap genre. And you see the youth creating different types of hip-hop rap. You got trap, you got mumble rappers, you got, what else you got? You got drill music. So you have all different types of styles. And depending on where you are in the country of the United States, you will come across and engage with different sounds of hip-hop. And that's the beauty of this type of style, music style. So the music industry has taken hip-hop rap and said, hey, this is what's considered hip-hop rap as far as the mainstream goes. And for a long time, Drake has been kind of that face. People will say, well, you know, you got Kanye West, you got Jay-Z. Yeah, you got all those artists. But when I'm thinking about the world global impact, Drake definitely has been the face of hip hop for a minute now. And that hasn't gone well to certain people. And I think that it hasn't gone well to people that have been trying to reclaim hip hop rap in a genre that has been changing And I think that it has also kind of lost its essence core of why it exists. And so hip hop celebrated its 50th anniversary a couple years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. And in doing that, during the Super Bowl, they honored the 5 rappers that kind of allowed hip hop to expand into the global audience. And that specific artist were Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, they had Kendrick, they had Eminem, they had Mary J. Blige. I think even Queen Latifah showed up. And there could have been a lot more artists to perform, but Busta Rhymes also came out, I believe. So you have like a core artist that has generated and expanded the hip hop rap genre to the whole entire world. And these artists are getting old, right? They're fathers, they're grandfathers. And I'm not saying they don't got it still, but I think that their influence in the genre has kind of changed a little bit. And even though they're considered the scene of hip hop, but they're not the face of it. And so the music industry has pushed Drake as the face of hip hop rap. And Kendrick Lamar in the summer was like, nah, I don't like this, because Drake said in one of his songs that he is part of the Rushmores of the current trend of hip hop. And he said him, J. Cole, and he said Kendrick, K-Dot. Kendrick was like, nah. I ain't gonna fool for that, because what Drake represents isn't actually true hip hop rap. It's only one genre within the hip hop rap, but it's not what hip hop rap wants to be represented by. And so Kendrick Lamar dissed Drake, called him some things, and he kind of took hold of he became Drake. No, Kendrick Lamar actually just became the face of hip hop. And he said, hey, this is what hip hop should be. Hip hop rap should be like this, and not what Drake has been doing for the last 20 years. And so the beauty of the performance on Sunday, Super Bowl performance, the Super Bowl performance on Sunday allowed for the world to see what the next year, the Super Bowl performance on Sunday allowed the world to see what hip-hop rap actually is, and not what we've been used to by what the mainstream media has been giving us. Kendrick Lamar said, I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna reclaim it, and I'm gonna do something even bigger. I'm gonna challenge the stereotypes that we are used to seeing when it comes to hip-hop rap. In his performance, no gang signs, no half-naked girls. And number 3, no division. Someone might say, well, the beef with Drake was the division. That was done and over with. That performance just said, hey, we're taking hip-hop back. He's taking hip-hop back to show the world that if you want to create hip-hop rap, focus on the messaging, focus on the creativity, and heck yeah, focus on being controversial and bringing it back to the core essence message of community, purpose, challenging the status quo. And I would add even to one more thing, is that create a symbolism that brings whoever you want to bring back to the community. And that to me is really, really important. I love what he did. Again, I do not like Drake. I like Drake as an artist. I think he's a genius in his right. I'll give him all the flowers. However, I also appreciate that Kendrick Lamar has taken ownership and reclaimed hip-hop of what it actually has meant for the community and what it's going to mean moving forward. And so Kendrick Lamar being the face of hip-hop rap, is showing the world that the mainstream media no longer has control of what the narrative of hip-hop rap is going to be for the next 10, 30 years. And I'm inspired as an artist to use my art form to create and engage and have better conversations, and using my art to challenge the status quo in a way that is focused more on the symbolism and the protest and less of the entertainment. Because I will never compare a Mona Lisa painting with graffiti or modern day art, because there's something powerful in it. Maybe if this lasts for the next 50 years, we might start comparing it to the greats, but I don't know. That's my take.